Good morning, children. In the last class, we discussed about the second part, half of the lesson. So, Ravi said to beggar very strictly to leave from the house. So, now I read the next part. Ravi, tell him there is nothing left in the kitchen called Rukmini and he is not to come again. Tell him that. She sounded fed up. Ravi didn't have to repeat it all to the beggar. What his mother said had been easy for them all to hear there under the neem tree. The beggar sat up and sighed. I will go, he said wearily. Only let me have a rest here under this tree. The sun is so hot. The tar has melted on the road. My feet are already blistered. He stretched out his feet to show large, pink, peeling blisters on the soles of his bare feet. I suppose he does not have the money to buy chappals, Brudu whispered to Meena Ravi. Have you got an old pair in the house somewhere? I don't know, said Ravi. Mine are too small to fit his feet, or I would have given them to him, and his feet were larger than Rudu's and Meena's. The beggar was shaking out his upper cloth and tightening his dhoti. He raised his eyes and looked fearfully at the road gleaming in the afternoon heat. He needs something on his feet, Meena said, her big eyes filling. It's not fair. Shh, said Ravi. I am thinking about it, blubbering. It's not fair, it's not fair, it's not going to help. In 2 minutes, in 2 minutes, he will be frying his feet on that road. What he needs is a pair of chappals. So, where do we get them? Come, let's search the house. He pushed Ridu and Meena into the house. Just as she stepped into the veranda, Ridu eyes fell on the odd looking chappals she had noticed when she arrived. Ravi, she whispered to him, whose are those? Ravi turned and glanced at the shabby looking but sturdy old slippers. He beamed and nodded. They are just the right size, he said, picking them up. Rudu and Meena followed him nervously back into the garden. Here, said Ravi to the beggar, dropping to slipper in front of the old man, where these are, don't come back. The beggar stared at the slippers, hurriedly flung his towel over his shoulder, his feet into them, and left muttering a blessing to the children. In a minute, he had vanished around the corner of the street. The music master came out of the house and took an unappreciative look at the three of them sitting quietly under the tree playing marbles. Then he searched for his chappals in the veranda where he had put them. Lally, he called after a few minutes. She hurried up to him. Have you seen my chappals, my dear? I remember having kept them here. So Rukmini was told Ravi to there is nothing in the kitchen to give beggar. So Ravi didn't repeat it because beggar was already heard it, the words of his mother. So he said, I will go to Ravi. So he asked to please let me rest under the tree because there is a very hot today and my feet are already blistered. So here blister means there is a bubbles on the beggar's feet because of long walking on the tar road without having chappals. So children, suddenly Mridu think that he don't have money to buy chappals. She asked Meena and Ravi. So you have an old pair of chappals in the house. So Mridu asked to Meena and Ravi, you have an old pair of chappals to give it to the beggar. So Ravi said, I don't know. He said, so mine chappals are not fit his feet. So he said that his chappals are not fit to the beggar's feet. The beggar was raised his eyes and looked very fearfully at the road because the road was glittering because of hot sun. So Meena said to Ravi, Mridu, he needs something in his feet, and his eyes filled with tears. So the beggar was feeling very sadly because he have to leave from the house. So his eyes was filled with tears, and then so suddenly Ravi said, stop your blubbering, like it's not fair to Mridu and Meena, so we going to help beggar. So after a few minutes his feet was frying on the road, so because there was very hot, so the beggar was walked on the road. His feet was frying. So you know the meaning of frying means we frying in the pan with the use of heat. So he